some 60D nails. Hopefully I can get more than one, but my hands kind of already have a blister that ripped open the other day, so I'm going to be using these canvas wraps and see how it goes. So we'll go ahead and wrap our first one and see what happens. Hopefully I can snap it under 10 minutes, but only time will tell. So go ahead and get started. I did do some previous bends today. Did underhand bending. Wasn't my greatest session, but it wasn't that bad either. So I'm kind of unsure of how this is going to go. Because my hands are kind of beat up, so. Okay, see how the first one goes here. May not be able to use these, they don't stay on. So the wrap may not be tight enough. So I'll go ahead, I'll switch to these suedes. Find some decent ones here. See if we can even wrap it tight enough. This one may be all screwed up. Might have to restart. I'm not a fan of these canvas wraps. I thought maybe I could just change one of them out, but they just slide too much. I don't like them. I've never really been a fan of them. I don't know why they're so like viewed as the wraps you should use. I've never liked them myself. These suede wraps seem to, you can just wrap them better. So I've never been a fan of those canvas ones. And I may not be able to wrap this very well since it's already bent, but I think it'll still be better than those canvas ones. So hopefully our next nail goes better if we get that far. Okay. Oh my word, wraps. They keep spinning and everything. If I get through this one, I need to wrap the next one better. I gotta rewrap this. The wrap's coming off. Gotta hurry because I don't want to lose the heat that I've built up. Lose momentum. And there, that wrap just fell right off. The wraps, when you put them on, they should not fall off like that. It means it's a bad wrap. It should be nice and tight. You'll get your best bends that way. These also might be too small of rubber bands as well. We'll see if we can't get anywhere with that, but I might have to redo this one too, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit of deformity here, so that means we're getting close. You get like little stress cracks. So I don't know if you'll be able to see them or not. Probably not. But when you start getting those, it means you're close. Okay, let's see if it will snap on this one. Oh, come on. See how close it is? Okay, come on. There we go. So first nail down. Let's try a second one. I'm going to redo this wrap. It was not good. Make sure we wrap it tight this time. I think this is the first time I've snapped these types of nails. I've done the galvanized 60B, but never the bright. So it wasn't too bad of a snap. It didn't take too long. It was more me messing the wraps up. So hopefully this one will go smoother. Only time will tell, though. And hopefully I can wrap it where I don't have to re-wrap it again. Make sure I get a nice tight wrap this time. Grab a better rubber band. A little bit chalk. Alright, start nail number 2 here. There we go, slid off again. Oh well, we'll deal with it. What do you, in your opinion, what do you think looks cool about it? I'm just curious. It is a pretty cool hobby. It's addicting anyway, and it can get expensive. I'm not for sure where it originated. I think it's kind of just one of those old-timey strongman things. Once you do try it, you will get addicted to it. I bet, especially if you do other things. There's a lot of information out there to read, so I do recommend looking it up. And the nails are a good place to start. The 60D nails, you can find them at all the hardware stores. Oh yeah, he's one of the top names in the grip stuff. He does some pretty crazy stuff. But maybe you can contact him and learn from one of the best. I would say that would be a good place to learn from. I think he also makes some implements too, to like training wise. How long have you been arm wrestling? I'm trying to arm wrestle, but it's hard to find people to practice with. One of the last tournaments I did pretty bad. 5 years. Do you still get sore at all? Any elbow pain or anything like that? There is a team that's nearby me, but I always have to work, so I don't ever get to practice. Every once in a while I'll get some like inflammation in my elbows because I do a lot of stuff on the pulleys, but it's not as bad as it was when I first started. When I first started, I remember there was times I couldn't even bend my arms. It's nice to move past all that, I bet. I think the last tournament I did, my elbows popped, which I kind of knew I shouldn't do the tournament because I kind of injured myself lifting too heavy, but I did it anyways, and something in my left kind of moved out of the way or popped. Didn't really, it affected at the time, but not too much. Did you have a tournament down there, or were you just practicing? Seems like there's a lot of good arm wrestlers there. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've seen some videos, some training videos of him. Well, congratulations. That's he's probably not an easy one to beat, is he? He's pretty competitive. He's isn't he one of Larot's training partners? In your opinion, if you don't get to a lot of table time, is there any substitute at all that would help? Because like I said, that's a problem I'm having, so I don't know if I should just try to do tournament and just hope for the best, or what I should do. I don't know. Yeah, I have been doing quite a bit of static holds. I find, yeah, those do test your ligaments and joint. I know my my left wrist, I kind of injured it. That was my fault. I was doing too heavy of a wrist curl static holds off of the pin. And when I do it with the barbell, I always forget that my right is quite a bit stronger than my left. So even though I can lift it on the barbell, my left wrist really isn't ready for it. So I mean, I don't think I hurt it too bad, but it's pretty sore about right in there. This one's being difficult. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of a routine. I've kind of been doing things like what I feel like doing when I wake up in the morning, but I feel like I'd probably get better results if I kept better track of what I was doing. I mean, I write everything down, but if I had an actual plan. And I should probably pick some pulley work consistent to do. I do a lot of the multi-spinner stuff. Do you use a multi-spinner, or what kind of handles do you use? Use a wrist wrench. Yeah, I got one of those. I probably should use it more. I feel like these wraps are. Yeah, I got a lot of. Like I got. Yeah, I got the Raptor handle with all the different sizes. Which size do you feel is the most beneficial? Already starting to get some deformity on this nail. Thumbless. Do you mean like side pressure on the pulley or from the ground? I do everything thumbless. Oh, my wrist doesn't. Any? Yeah, because when my thumb wrapped around, my wrist doesn't bend as well. So I kind of find just putting the thumb behind works the best for me anyways. You can kind of see, probably can't see it, but it's finally starting to crack here. Yeah, I agree with you there. With my thumb behind, it just doesn't feel right either. Do you do any bicep work? Do you do partial curls or anything like that? No bicep work? See, you might just have good genetics. I don't. My biceps are pretty weak. So I at least have to do a few different things. What do you do? Do you do any forearm curls or anything? Those are kind of my favorite lift. Do you use dumbbells or barbell? Dumbbell. Yeah, I use wrist roller too. I try to do axle bar. Yep, that's a good one. Axle bar. Ah, there we go. Second one down. I think we might third one. See how it goes. These wraps are starting to irritate me. They're not staying tight and they're sliding off. I might need to chalk them a little bit. I think I might try that. What size axle bar do you have? I got the it's a 2-inch axle. So I'll put a little chalk on this nail. Hopefully it helps it. Hopes that wrap stay on a little bit. Yeah, hopefully I'm doing there's a grip competition at the Arnold, and I'm hoping I can go. The plan is to go. I've always wanted to do the Arnold. I was hoping I could do arm wrestling, but I think that I'm gonna have to spend a lot more time. Got a lot of practicing to do. All right. Put a little chalk on this wrap here. Hopefully that'll help it stick to it. Yeah, you know, ever since the gyms closed down and all that stuff, I put a lot more investment in having my own stuff at home. So yeah, you probably got a better plan. But I try to. How bad is it lagging? Okay, good. Yeah, because I was gonna say it doesn't show anything on my end here. All right, we'll give this a go here. All right, let's see how good they stick, if they stick at all. Okay, it wasn't too bad. For me, I don't really, I don't know, my body's weird. I don't gain a lot of muscle. I don't know why. Maybe I don't eat enough food or something, but it's mostly strength for me anyway. Even when I power lifted a lot, I didn't really get any like massive muscle or anything. I mean, I'm sure there has been some muscle growth, but I just don't notice it very much. Yeah, I have enough energy after enough cups of coffee. I can already feel I've got some blisters on my hands starting to form. So this one will probably be my last one. So I don't want to tear my hands up too bad. Because as you can see, I already tore a callus off the other day. That's the only problem with doing like these multiple bends. They're pretty rough on your hands. Yeah, with the nails, just make sure you get, I'd probably start with maybe double wraps. These are single wraps. The wraps kind of help protect your hands. So starting out, you probably need a little bit more. Then as you get stronger, you can use less and less. I just so these wraps I get from like a hobby store. The wraps, they're just suede or leather from, I think these were from Hobby Lobby. And then the nails are just from a yeah, the nails are just from a hardware store. They're fairly cheap. And just get what you can find. At the store, I could only find galvanized 60Ds. But these are not galvanized. These are from, I got these off Amazon. Yes, some of the stuff can get pretty expensive. So I recommend just looking around. Because especially with a hobby like this, you do it pretty routinely. So the cheaper that you can find, the better. There's also tons of different kinds of steel. So pretty much, like, just because you can bend one size of one steel doesn't mean you can bend another. So that means if you beat him, you're what, about 250, 250? Because what I'm trying to think, if he's around 245 or 250 pork chop. Oh wow, you're a big guy. Yeah, I used to practice with he was 270. Yeah, I practiced with a guy that was around that size, and that was brutal. He just tore my arm up because he didn't really. He kind of just wanted to flash pin me all the time. Didn't get a lot of practice. The video, is that what's on that website? You do any bench pressing or anything? Any other power lifts? Should be free set. So it's kind of like a pay-per-view, they're not. All right, this one needs to be done. Dillis rows. Yep, rows. I kind of, when I do my rows, I like to pause them at the top, because I kind of feel like if I can row, you know, like a 200-pound dumbbell, if I can't hold it, you know what good does that do me? And that's just my opinion. So I started holding them at the top, so kind of like when you're pulling somebody in. But you know, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert by any means. In your opinion, what do you think is the best way to practice, like the explosion at the beginning? Like that's where I'm horrible at. I have no like speed at the start, I guess. I don't know if it's because I'm worried. You see all those videos of people breaking their arms and stuff. So I guess maybe I'm worried about that or something. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit of deformity. Have speed. Yeah, you're right. It's just hard though, because when you don't know what your opponent's going to do, so you're kind of worried, like, are they going to try to top roll you or hook you? So it's like, where do I put my strength at? Do I dive into a hook? You know, where do I put it? I seem to always wind up in a hook, I guess. But I get top rolled pretty easily too. And I also find that the tighter you hold on, the easier it is for somebody to top roll you. Because it's almost like you're giving them a solid object to push against. Whereas if you leave your grip a little loose, yeah, I second guess myself quite a bit. I guess, you know, that I probably wouldn't do it so much if I had more table time. Hopefully one of these days that happens. Yeah, see, this guy, he was top rolling the heck out of me, and I tried that up, and I mean, this was probably about 3 years ago, maybe, but it didn't work. He was pretty good though, so I was probably just outmatched. Yeah, if I find some training partners, I'll definitely try some things. Right, learn to hold. Well, on my left arm, the match that I was doing okay, the last tournament I was in, I held the guy in a hook. And then for some reason something in my elbow popped, but it never, like it's weird because it wasn't really an injury. It was just something popped. So I was probably cold, didn't warm up good enough. Oh. If you can see how the skin's starting to like, probably can't see it very good. But this nail needs to hurry up, 'cause it's starting to hurt. Yeah, you're probably right, because there was a lot of sitting around at that tournament. And of course, I don't know a lot of people there, so I probably didn't warm up like I was supposed to. If you have a team, that's a heck of a good thing to have. Because when you go to these tournaments by yourself, it's kind of just sitting around and waiting. Then you don't know who to ask to warm up with. Okay, if you can kind of see that it's cracking there in the center. Yeah, the last term I did, my right arm was injured. I popped something when I was doing side pressure, and I knew I shouldn't have entered it with my right arm, but I did anyways. And then of course I couldn't. My plan was to slip and get into the straps, and then just use like a pulling. But of course I kept going into a hook. Yeah, side pressure can get iffy sometimes. But if you've done it long enough, you can kind of gauge where you should be. Especially like you've got the experience, so. Here we go. Oh yeah, I know, because I always wind up in a hook. That's like it's my only move, is to flex my wrist. And then I think when I get top rolled, I always feel like it's because they're attacking these two fingers. So it's like they're coming out of your hand that way. And then I just recently started doing like when I have my wrist bent, I'll do like some grippers to try to strengthen, because even when you flex your wrist like this finger feels weak, at least on me. And of course they get stronger as they go. So when your wrist is flexed, I always feel like your pinky's probably your strongest area. That's just what I notice when I practice. So I got through 3 nails and starting to get some blisters here on these fingers. So instead of keep going and making those worse, I think I'll go ahead and shut it down for today. So you can see 3 of them 60D nails done. And hopefully this wasn't too boring for anybody. If you guys have any questions, thank you for your knowledge. I can always use more information and knowledge. So anybody that gets on here and wants to share anything, I appreciate it. So hopefully have a good evening.